From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Darrell W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Wednesday, January 21st, 2015. Silver is trading at $18.26 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,302 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $215. Antiwar.com reports at least 39 people have been reported killed in a pair of Syrian airstrikes against territory controlled by the Islamic State. Rebels are saying that the majority of the slain are civilians. 27 of the slain were in a cattle market in the village of Khansa near the Iraqi border. Some rebels are saying the toll could rise, potentially dramatically, as a number of others are wounded. The attack appears to have been one of the barrel bomb strikes which so often kill civilians. The use of the weapons, oil barrels full of explosives, have been criticized for its inaccuracy, with the barrels often careening wildly off course and hitting civilians. 11 other civilians were reported slain in Sarakab in another airstrike. Locals say they come under virtually daily attacks either from Syria or the U.S. Yesterday's strikes were from Syria. For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. Wired reports last week produced a stunner in the Silk Road trial. The revelation that the Department of Homeland Security suspected Mt. Gox CEO Mark Karpelès of running the massive anonymous narcotics market just months before settling instead on defendant Ross Ulbricht. But just as quickly as Ulbricht's defense revealed the alternative theory of the Silk Road's ownership, the prosecution and judge have shoved key elements of the story back into the closet. Responding to a motion from prosecutors Monday afternoon, Judge Catherine Forrest ruled Tuesday that key portions of last week's defense cross-examination of DHS Special Agent Jared Deryegian would be retroactively declared inadmissible. Deryegian had testified that he strongly believed, starting in 2012, that the mysterious administrator of the Silk Road, known as Dread Pirate Roberts, was Karpelès, the CEO of what was, at the time, the world's largest Bitcoin exchange. But the judge declared that testimony had been based on Deryegian's beliefs rather than competent evidence, and thus should be stricken from the record as hearsay or unsubstantiated rumors. Forrest said that after the prosecution and defense hashed out exactly which parts of that testimony were based on Deryegian's beliefs, she would have them removed from the court's transcripts and would instruct the jury to disregard those elements of Thursday's questioning. Forrest said, "My intent is to give the jury general instructions that Deryegian's suspicions and conclusions are to be struck from the record." Ulbricht's defense strongly protested that decision. "To completely eviscerate the defense after the fact is unfair," said lead attorney Joshua Draytell. He continued to debate the point for much of the morning in open court and private discussions with the judge and prosecution. In the spirit of Motorhome Diaries and Liberty on Tour, I intend to take the message of peace, love, and liberty on the road. To find out more about the tour or to donate, visit tour.fppradio.com. That's tour.fppradio.com. Reuters reports a judge in Colorado began the process on Tuesday of choosing the jury for the murder trial of James Holmes, the former neuroscience grad student who killed 12 people in July 2012 at a midnight screening of a Batman movie. Holmes has pled not guilty by reason of insanity to 166 charges of murder, attempted murder, and explosives offenses. He was arrested wearing a gas mask, helmet, and body armor at the scene of the shooting rampage in the Denver suburb of Aurora. His lawyers have said that Holmes was suffering a psychotic episode at the time. If convicted, he could still face the death penalty. Jury selection may take up to 4 months as Arapahoe County District Court Judge Carlos Seymour seeks to narrow the field of some 9,000 possible jurors to a panel of 12 and 12 alternates. Each person will be questioned about views on topics such as insanity defenses and the death penalty. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.